Hello everyone, welcome back to FFGLive. My name is Evan and I'm joined here today by Brooke and Matt. And we're here with some Arkham Horror, the card game. This is the Dream Eaters, isn't that right?
Yep.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about what's happening here. What is this?
We're gonna go on an adventure in our dreams.
What? So this is...
That's all you need to know.
The stream is already like... So this is like the 5th cycle for Arkham, right?
Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Not counting the Night of the Zealot.
Right,
yeah.
Of course. And so it's about to start. I see people asking in the chat actually when it's coming out. September 27th. That is when you will be able to buy the Dream Eaters in the US. And then talk to your local distributor if you're outside of the US. But today we are going to play the first scenario of the Dream Eaters. So if you are spoiler averse, perhaps avert your eyes at this point. You know, go find something else to do. Come back and watch this video in a couple of weeks after you've played it. Or you can just watch us play it right now, and it's going to be really fun. So here we go. Where's Ludwig? He's here. Don't worry. He's waiting.
He's here.
He is watching over us.
The real Ludwig is inside of us all along.
Oh, God. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. All right, let's get rolling. I guess unless you have anything you want to say before.
No, should we introduce our investigators?
Yeah, let's do that before we start reading story stuff.
Yeah.
So my investigator, I am playing as Tony Morgan. Can you see all of the card, Derek?
Probably cut off on the left and right.
A little bit. Wait, you're good.
Okay, all right, there it is. So I'm playing as Tony Morgan. This is, in fact, the very same investigator and deck that we did in our last Arkham Horror LCG video. Mm-hmm. We built a deck together for Tony Morgan. It's pretty cool. He has some crazy deck building rules, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. Basically, he can choose one of these other factions and draw cards from them. We chose Survivor because Survivors are my faves.
Yeah.
There's
going to be some surviving happening on this
There will be some surviving.
Yep.
So that is the deck that you'll get to see. You can go back and watch that video if you want to see more about that deck, this deck in particular. What are you guys brought to the table?
I am playing Patrice. She's the violinist, and she's the true survivor of this expansion. I've also got a lot of Mystic in my deck, so that's going to be very interesting. And we also have a couple of bonded cards just sitting over here, just in case.
Just hanging out?
Yeah, we actually cheated a little bit.
Already?
Yeah.
Okay, I really want to include like this one card in my deck so that I can get the other cards in my deck, and it's only one experience. So
it's one experience. Forgive us. It's one. I also put one experience in my deck.
What?
Well, if you were gonna cheat, then I was gonna.
I don't have
too.
any experience.
It's one. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
The sanctity of the game is already crumbling. I feel the madness pressing in. I feel the madness.
I make the rules.
I feel the madness. Okay.
Flipper, show the deck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do it. No. We're gonna. Yeah.
Right.
What's in there?
Survivor cards, levels 5, Mystic cards, 2, new cards, 0 to 5. Deck size?
2.
Ooh, end of life.
And the universe and everything.
Yeah.
I am my boy Tommy.
All right, Tommy Muldoon,
the rookie cop. I kind of whipped together the deck and the Patrice deck just so hopefully they're not too off. I'm sure they're a little off.
How much time did you put in? Was it less than 10 minutes?
But also, this is your game. Like, you know this.
Yeah.
Sure.
Great. Where's Ludwig?
Notoriously deck building. No, fine. I'm subclass survivor, so there's going to be a lot of red going on here.
Of red cards.
Yeah, hopefully I'm going to take the role of the tank. I'm just going to soak damage for you guys.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there's your card. Let me read a story. Let me tell you. Let me tell you guys. So this is the start of the Dream Eater cycle. In the prologue, Friday, February 13th, 1925. Friday the 13th. Can't we just wait till tomorrow to start this adventure? It seems like a bad... Odd is in Arkham, Massachusetts. Typically, it would be a surprise to the residents of the dreary New England town. Indeed, Arkham has always been well known for strange, some would say supernatural occurrences. The nature of this particular circumstance, however, was but typical. It all began in the latest issue of Tales from Nevermore. A writer by the name of Virgil described a journey taken in his dreams, a journey he claimed was a work of fiction on art. He wrote a long, spiraling staircase, an unbearably hot pillar of sentient fire, a tree that came from the moon, and a curious talking cat, among other things equally difficult to believe. But it was an extraordinary tale that first drew your attention. After Virgil's tale was published, Tales from Nevermore receive and publish letter after letter from those who read Virgil's story and claim to have experienced the same exact dream. Before long, the Arkham advertised the story, and news of this strange phenomenon reached the ears of experts. Virgil Gray was convinced to undergo therapy at the local asylum, and many more who shared in the writer's psychosis were committed as well. The prevailing theory among academics is that Virgil's dream felt so real that he could not separate fact from fiction, and his writings spread his delusions to others like a form of shared hysteria. You remain unconvinced. After all, there's much that is not known about the simple act of dreaming. Medical experts have wildly differing theories on the state of one's brain during sleep. Most recently, experts like Sigmund Freud have proposed that dreams are manifestations of one's subconscious desires, fears, or obsessions. Fortune tellers, for their part, have long believed that dreams can be sifted and interpreted in order to tell the dreamer's past or future. But if these theories are true, how could multiple parties, all from very different walks of life, have the same shared experiences in their dreams? What if our modern understanding of sleep is all wrong? What if there really is a place our consciousness travels to when we sleep, a land of dreams that exists beyond our waking world? You and your companions have gathered together to get to the bottom of this strange phenomenon. If others in town can travel to another world in their dreams, perhaps you can too. You've recreated the circumstances of Virgil's journey perfectly. If all goes well, half of you will take the trip to this dreamland and back. The rest will stay in the waking world, studying your companion's sleep patterns to ensure that nothing goes wrong.
Spoiler alert. It's gonna go wrong.
Are you saying something is going to go wrong?
It's gonna go wrong. We can skip the rest of the setup for the campaign.
Yes.
We did that.
All right. So we are here at scenario 1A, which is called Beyond the Gates of Sleep. So it starts out with us having some dreams. There's a whole bunch of dreams here, and basically we pick one, right? Based on you can pick one that matches either the traits that your investigator has or your faction.
Right.
So there's lots of different options. We'll
There's
just
not an
pass
option
this
for every trait, but there's
to be clear.
Yeah. Do you want me to read yours first?
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Do you want to have a rogue dream, a criminal dream, a hunter dream, or a neutral dream?
Give me a hunter dream. That sounds pretty good.
Okay.
Hunter dream.
Oh, there's a... Oh, no. Yeah, okay. You stalk your prey through a decrepit house, its halls smelling of mold and dust. The creature you hunt is an abomination from an unnatural world. It threatens humanity's very existence with its presence. You catch its uncanny shape entering one of the doorways upstairs. It cannot escape now. It is yours. But when you enter its den, you find only a dirty, cracked mirror and your own tired and troubled face reflected in the glass. Where could the aberration have gone? You are sure this is where it retreated to, and yet you turn back to the entrance and are surprised to see a door where there was none before. You can search your deck for a weapon and play it, paying its cost.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, so you still gotta pay for it, but
Yep.
you've got 5 resources to play with.
All right, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Which
Any
I should probably take my
weapon?
resources
How about? Do I want to play out Tony's 38 long Colt, or do I want to
can.
save it?
You could, or you can save it, or you've also. I think there's a Derringers in there.
There are
right?
Derringers.
Yeah.
That's my other option.
Both are good.
Yeah, let's go with the Derringer for now.
Sounds good. All right, and we all can't pick the same dream, even if we have the same
Okay.
traits in class. So, for you, you can either pick the survivor dream or a neutral dream.
Survivor dream.
Survivor dream. Okay. Oh, do you want to read this one? We'll
Sure.
alternate?
Yeah.
Survivor dream.
Survivor dream.
What's your best dramatic voice?
I was already doing it. Now I feel bad.
No. Do a better one. Do a better one.
Do a better one.
Yeah, do a better one.
The pressure is on. You are fleeing through a dark, cramped hall of vine-covered wood. Something inexplicable chases you through the murk. You are too terrified to turn and look upon your pursuer, but nonetheless you know that if it catches you, it will mean the end of your life. It will pierce your heart, drain your blood, and devour your insides. It is this thought that drives you onward, faster than you have ever run before. You cannot let it reach you. You cannot let it feed. Suddenly, you spot your way out. A sturdy wooden door surrounded by a wall of vines. Search your deck for a survivor card and play it, paying its cost.
Sweet.
What are your options here? So you could have a guardian.
Guardian or neutral?
I
I don't think
Well, I
either
think
of
I
my
know
trades
exactly
All right.
the survivor card that I'm going to pick.
are in there. Oh? Okay.
Yeah.
What do we got?
excited.
What do we got?
So this survivor card costs 1 experience
Oh,
to
no.
put in your
It's
deck.
okay, yeah.
And it is Miss Doyle, the cat general of Ultar. So limit 1 per deck. And then after she enters play, I search my bonded cards for Hope, Zeal, and Augur. Randomly choose 1 to put into play and shuffle the other 2 into your deck. Then when Miss Doyle leaves play, find each of those assets, even if they're out of play, and remove them from the game. So,
Wow.
Get one at
So
random.
you get a random
well,
cat.
yeah, but I just want to like show him off because this is Hope. He's really sweet. And then there's Zeal. She's also really cute. And then there's Augur, who's just adorable. So I do have to choose one
Is
of
this
them
the
at random.
Dream Eaters live stream or is this the cat?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand cats. I'm a dog person myself.
Oh, you're not gonna
Why
do
do
well
you
in
have to
Dreamlands.
choose? Like dogs and cats are both amazing.
Well, okay. Well, you're half right.
So don't forget to pay 3. Don't forget to pay 3
yep,
resources.
so 3.
And let's see which
And
random
I
one you're gonna
got
get.
Hope.
Hope.
All right.
The fabulous
You gotta have
Hope.
Hope.
That's the dodgy one, right? The
Yeah.
agility.
No, that's the
agility cat.
Is it? Yeah,
Yep.
that's the agility one.
So
All right.
And then the other 2 get
since,
shuffled into your deck.
Hope has entered play. I discard the other 2. And
No, the other 2 just get shuffled into your deck from Miss Doyle.
Oh, from Miss
Yeah.
Doyle.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
But if you play one of the other ones, Hope they'll replace it.
Gotcha. Okay.
You can only have one of the other 3 in play.
I see.
basically.
All right. So now it's your dream.
Yeah.
Do you wanna read a dream?
Oh, I'll read a dream
Here, I'll
and you
shuffle
shuffle
it
my
back.
deck.
Yep,
Oops,
perfect.
sorry.
Do I want the
Master.
Guardian one or a neutral one? Yeah, give me the Guardian one. I'm Tommy. I'm like the quintessential Guardian.
Okay. Now I gotta try my best dramatic voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's see it.
You circle a sullen hill surrounded in darkness and steeped in fog that seems to swallow all sound. You don't know what rests within the hill, but it feels older than this world, and it seems like it is watching you. You dare not turn to face the barrow, yet you know you cannot leave it, so instead you endlessly patrol it. In the surrounding hedgerows, you catch glimpses of twisted shadows darting to and fro, but whenever you turn your torch upon them, they vanish. You begin to
Not while I'm
run,
drinking.
but are frozen by a loud knock from behind you. When you turn, the fog parts, and you finally see the base of the hill, where a heavy door of weathered slate calls to you. That's it. Sorry.
thank
You
you.
search for a guardian card and play it, paying its cost.
Cool. I'm gonna start with let's see. I'm gonna start with a beat cop.
Beat cop.
Yeah, he's dreaming with us.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm
yeah,
just dreaming of him.
Yeah.
Which
if you,
is it?
if you dream about a beat cop, does it really happen? Okay. That's all the
Rookie Cop's
dreams.
dream of electric beat cops.
We've done the setup, I believe.
Yeah,
right?
I went ahead and did the setup. So the setup for the scenario, you'll notice there is no encounter deck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
explain this. Explain maybe what we're doing, or should I just read it?
Oh,
from here?
well, you could read the
Steps of Slumber?
Steps of Slumber,
All
yeah.
right. Steps of Slumber. At the start of this scenario, there's no encounter deck. Huh, so that's weird.
And that's it.
This means that the investigators cannot use abilities that interact with the encounter deck in any way. That makes sense.
Right.
Additionally, Act 1A has the text, which we'll get to in a moment, do not draw cards from the encounter deck during the Mythos phase. At a certain point in the scenario, the investigators will be instructed to form the encounter deck, and this text will no longer be active. From that point onward, the investigators can interact with the encounter deck as normal. So this is all just very nice.
Yeah.
We're just having a very
I feel
nice.
like I should be excited about this,
We're just having a very nice dream together.
So shall I read the agenda and act?
Yeah.
All right. From your initial dream, you have been drawn into a familiar dreamscape, the same one that Virgil Gray traversed in his story in Tales from Nevermore. Is this real, or is your mind simply conjuring what it expects to see? Forced, when doom is placed on this agenda during the Mythos phase, if any investigator is at a steps location, which both of these are, you place one additional doom on the agenda. So we're not drawing cards, but we're getting 2 doom every turn.
Okay.
And then, do you want to read that one?
Sure. So this first act here,
Please.
entering the dreamlands. The door leading out of your initial dream takes you to a stone staircase. Thousands of different staircases join together here, forming an incomprehensible nexus of steps where worlds and stories join together. Where the stairs meet, they form a single spiraling pathway descending deeper into the land of dreams. Do not draw cards during the encounter deck during the Mythos phase. If an investigator enters the Cavern of Flame, immediately advance.
All right, and we got 2 locations out here. We got the 70 steps of lighter slumber.
Yep.
You are no longer in your own world. A spiral of twisting stone steps hangs suspended in the aether with no visible means of support. At the bottom of the steps is an island landing, also floating in the void, where a tall golden gateway leads into a brightly lit cavern. And it's got 4 clues.
Okay.
1 shroud. Oh, sorry, 3 clues. There's only 3 of us.
Yep.
1 shroud. And when you leave the 70 steps, take 1 horror for each card in your hand in excess of 5.
Speaking of which, we should draw up.
Yes. And it's also got a ability that you can just choose and discard a card from your hand. So if you're over 5, you can just discard down to 5 if you wanted to. And we're all there.
Let's see what we got here.
The Cavern of Flame says you cannot enter the Cavern of Flame unless all of the clues on the 70 steps have been discovered. Yeah, so we got to get these clues and then we can move in.
Perfect.
So it's just a shroud of...
Shroud of 1.
Okay.
Easy. Scenario's
Easy peasy.
Matt, what if you...
so easy. Alright, go first.
Well, yeah, I just drew up my card. I'm giving this all a right now. Sure, I'll go first. I will bravely lead the way. Hope some monsters that I can put a bounty on around here.
We don't even counter deck.
Hopefully there's some monsters around. Well, I know of one way I can get some monsters around here. I'm going to one resource and play the Crystallizer of Dreams.
Yeah.
As an additional cost to play this, I must get a Guardian of the Crystallizer and put it in the deck. I'll show that in a moment. After I play an event, I just attach it face down here instead of discarding it, and then those are committed to skill tests as if they were in my hand. So that's pretty nifty. The old Guardian of the Crystallizer. He doesn't like me. He's going to come after me now.
That's what you get for Crystallizer.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Fine.
I'm bad at investigating, though.
Yeah, it's only 1
I'm
shot.
not great at it either. Actually, you're better at it than I am, naturally.
Put that guy in my deck in a
Yeah,
second.
we've got 3 into like the so our
We just move in here, right?
we need to get these 3
We have to
clues
clear the
first.
clues?
Yeah.
All right.
But 1 shroud. Yeah. Also, to the bag are a little unique as well.
Okay.
Just
I'm
yeah.
thinking there's like a bug in here or something now.
Well, there's no.
Okay.
There's
Alright.
a cultist token and 2 tablets,
Okay.
and there's a bit less of other things in general. It's a light bag.
Okay.
It's only like 14
Okay.
tokens in it.
Interesting. Well, I got a 0, which is a pass for me.
you
So,
go.
thank you, sir. Let's just again.
And I know that Art can't see what cards we control, so if anyone in the chat has any questions about what we currently have in play, you can.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course, of course. You're making we're very sad. This scenario.
I didn't say there would never be skulls. I mean, the scenario reference card's got a skull right.
All right, I drew a cultist. Cultist is -X. X is the number of real in woods locations. Done.
Yeah.
All right. Give me another clue.
Here you go.
Easy peasy.
Let's go next.
That is me.
Shall I go?
Yeah.
Okay. I too am going to investigate. So if I can please.
Let's get that investigation rolling.
You want to put that in the holder there?
Man.
There we go. Autofill number 1.
Just auto fail.
Yeah, luckily
Start
the
the
stakes
counter.
are pretty low right now, so I'll
Yeah.
just investigate again. If I can have that back, please.
No. That can stay out.
Yep. And